So, one of the guys I listen to has a theory about this. His name's Mo Fax. And he has a theory about this DEI shit, that the system is now, they have put all these people into positions of power, or positions that require, that have all the, like, this requirement for high performing positions, right? And now what we're witnessing is the system now putting the hammer down on these people. And in Mo's words, it was like, hey, we gave you those positions. Now it's time to see if you could do the job, and if you can't do it, we're gonna blame everything on you. We saw this with the prosecutor on the Trump case. We saw this. We saw this with The View and all the ladies at The View that are now getting a bunch of political pressure. We have all the stuff coming down on DEI hire, and it's, in Mo's eyes, it's the system's way of kind of putting these people that they got in up to the test. If they can't do it, they're gonna burn them to the fucking ground. It's almost like kind of, it's kind of racist the way they're going about it, because one, the idea that these minorities need help, that they can't do these jobs on their own, that they need to be forced into these positions because they can't get them on their own. That's racist, in my opinion. Then you have the idea of, oh, we're gonna treat you extra poorly now that we did you this favor, and fucking completely go after you and destroy your life if you can't do the job. Which, if they can't do the job, they can't do the job. They shouldn't be there. But we're gonna see a lot in the future of news media putting a fuckload of pressure on all these DEI guys that have gotten in, and it's gonna look like it's reversing, but they're gonna be controlling that reversal. His theory is, it's that the system put all the DEI shit in, and now they are putting the hammer down on the DEI. And his words are, we've got you those jobs and those positions, and if you can't do it, you're out and we'll destroy you. And so it looks like this DEI stuff is failing, which it is, but the reversal that comes about because of this failure will be controlled by the system itself. It will, like, it's not going to be a natural, like, things start getting better. No, there's always going to be a catch to how this plays out. Mo Fax puts it much more eloquently. I encourage you to go listen. He's got 100 episodes of his podcast with Adam Curry, and they are fucking amazing. The stuff he delves into is so in depth. There's so many times throughout his episodes where I'm like, holy fucking shit, this never even occurred to me. I didn't even know this thing. I learned so many new things and new perspectives from it, and it's only 100 episodes. You know, they're long. You know, you're looking at about 200, 300 hours, but it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. And they're timeless too. An hour to 3 hours. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, it's spelled M-O-E-F-A-C-T, Mo Fax. And the episodes are timeless. While they do touch on current events, each episode has a topic that they delve into, and there's a twist at the end of them all. And the one he did about I believe it was Will Smith and Tupac is fucking crazy, dude. The information that's in there and the perspectives of like all the things that were at play. And I tried bringing this up to Jimmy, and Jimmy gave me such a fucking dickhead response. He's like, "That's fucking bullshit, dude. There's nothing real about that." I'm like, dude, go listen to it, and maybe you can change your mind, because I can't articulate what was talked about over a course of 3 hours in a span of 10 minutes. Like, I really can't. And so I'm giving the gist of it. And that's why I listened to that video that you posted about the like that hour-long one. That's a lot of interesting stuff. And you know what I learned about that video? The one where they're talking about the plasmoids and like the Malaysia Airlines. Like that, I had never seen that footage from Malaysia Airlines. I've never seen that before. So that's something that I learned. Because I didn't realize there was video of this. Now I am kind of skeptical of the video itself, but there's a lot of things that do check out with those videos that make sense. The perspective of it is what kind of throws me off of the plane, but that's also like, if it is being filmed from a satellite, it will have a slightly bizarre perspective that it's like, because the flight path looked bizarre, but other than that, everything checked out, man. It looks legit. Is there a way you could fix your mic? Something's fucky with it. It's sounding like it's staticky and underwater. Yep, that's a lot better. Yep. Whatever you're doing, that's perfect. And it has the appropriate fluid dynamics of it passing through. Yes, now that can be simulated, but at the time of that video, what was this, like 2012? When did this happen? It was either 2012 or 2014, something around that period. But the fluid simulations were really difficult to do. They still are to some extent, and to make it real, and to have it on a thermal camera like, see, I didn't even realize about that satellite system either, because some of the direct energy weapon footage that's out there of the wildfires from, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago in California is coming from that same satellite system with thermal. And you can see like a literal beam of energy come from what looks like space, hits a point, a hot spot on this thermal satellite, or being viewed from the thermal satellite, and all of a sudden a wildfire starts right after that. And it's like the thermal camera even has a distortion effect that that occurs when the beam goes off. So like they're like, I didn't realize that was a part of like a particular satellite array that was in. So that's something I learned as well. It's some really fascinating stuff. And the wormhole thing, the flash of light, it didn't look like it was being filmed in black hot, the black hot color filter, but from his description is that flash of light was actually a lack of temperature as whatever energy happened. It was cold, but it flashed white, and given that it flashed white, it tells me that was in black hot thermal. Because, and also what kind of points that out is the exhaust was black. Exhaust is black, exhaust is hot, It's hot gases, hot thermal. So that would be why the flash appeared as white if it was measuring the temperature. And it was a very rapid decrease of temperature that was beyond the spectrum of that camera. But yeah, going back to the Will Smith Tupac thing, is like Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, used to be dating Tupac, and there was a third party, I can't remember what his name was, but was kind of managing both Will Smith and Tupac. And at the time, Will Smith was just starting his career, and the conclusion from MoFax was that this guy was like, okay, we can kill off Tupac, get his music rights, and he's starting to cause problems with his politics and his movements about the government and some of the things he says. So let's choose Will Smith instead and prop this guy up as our little puppet, and we'll make him the big star, and we'll just kill Tupac. There was a connection, and the way he paints it out it seems plausible. Seems very plausible. Yeah. Okay, were the LA fires in there, or were it fires? Were it just fires? Well, the issue with the blue canopy thing is that, I mean, why didn't all the rich celebrities paint their roofs blue? Well, I just don't think this instance was a direct energy weapon. There are examples of it, but I don't think this particular one's a direct energy weapon. Yeah, but if you know something's coming, they're like... Oh, well, that's the time frame that I've been saying about with war with China for a long time. Late 2026, or late 2026 into 27, war with China. And all of the places where I get information from, all of the podcasts I listen to, the news I'm able to get, firsthand accounts from people that I know that are in the military themselves. Like, that's what they're being told, and that's the information they're extrapolating, is that it's 2026, 27, and that it's going to be a conventional war. That this idea of the nuclear war, I think, is just a scare tactic. So do all these other people, and that whatever it is, it's a conventional war, and that will be used to usher in the new financial system. On top of that, in terms of like the 15-minute city bullshit, the Governor Newsom was literally talking about rebuilding LA better and newer. Build back better, baby. I mean, it's pretty clear what it's going to be. I don't think like the end of the world is going to happen, because like things we would be, because La Palma's theory, or Morpheus's theory, is that all of this 15-minute city bullshit and all these Bitcoin and crypto developments and the financial system technology developments and all these power things, that's not for us. He thinks that they're just going to kill us off, and all that technology is for the people afterwards. And I just don't think that's the case, because we'd be so much further along. If our doomsday is in 2027 and, you know, August or September, no, it's August 2nd, 2027, then we'd be way more along this fucking trajectory of total control than I think we are. And so whatever it is, I don't think it's gonna like kill. I mean, a lot of people are probably gonna die, sure, but I don't think it's gonna be like the collapse of society. Things are just gonna change rapidly, but that's it. Exactly, innit? Well, I also don't really like the apocalypse. Sucks, dude. I don't want to live in the apocalypse. Fuck that. I don't want to deal with that shit. No. And you know, if they kill everybody and start this new world, then guess what? It's not my problem anymore, because you're right, there's nothing you could do about it. And this is what I keep trying to get, you know, like convince AT about, is like, live your life as if it's not going to, the world's not going to end, because if it does end, it doesn't matter. And if it doesn't end, then by having inaction, you're just fucking yourself. And I think he's slowly coming around to it. You know, him getting this gig with Amazon is a big step forward, and I'm super fucking happy about it, because there's, you know, it's just, I think he'll be happier, but, well, he got a job. Yeah, with Amazon. Yeah. So, you know, so that's probably where he's at right now. And because like he was kind of in this slump, and I kept trying to get him out of it, because it's like, dude, all of the things we researched, the odds of being true, they're up there. There's probably some things that are going to happen like this, but also the odds of it not being true and it not happening that way are, in my opinion, equally as high. We don't really know exactly how this is going to play out, so just live your life. If the world's not going to end, because if it doesn't, then you're setting yourself up better in the long run. And yeah, and you know, the thing about the stuff that AT knows is, like, it gets me fucking depressed too. It really does. Like, I can't listen to La Palma anymore. I can't do it. It makes me too fucking sad. And it's just like, you go down that route, it's like, what's the point of anything? We're all gonna be fucked in 4 years. What's the fucking point? And it's like, okay, there is no point. So why, you know, I don't even want to hear it anymore. Even though there seems to be some things that are legitimate there, that are dead on the nose. I don't think all of it is, but there's, you know, in terms of like secret societies and the way that the world is being controlled. with that tire I changed for that guy. I didn't know how to get down that spare on that particular truck. I didn't know there was something in the bumper or anything like that. I've never had to do it myself. I mean, the only time I've ever changed a spare was when it was in the boot of a car, the back of the car. I didn't have to know about the little lever or anything like that. So, you know, YouTube, go to YouTube, you figure it out, you get it done. And like, it's so nice having, like, even though I don't have a crazy amount of money, like, just knowing that I can just buy just about anything and not have to really worry about it is fucking. I'm going is sick and he needs the surgery. Here's $1,500. Here's the surgery. Take it. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, it's such a good feeling to, and the amount of, like, because like when COVID was going on, I had lost my job. I was sitting there, I was getting the paycheck from the fucking government, and I didn't have any fucking job, dude. I didn't have any goals or anything. I barely was able to pay rent. I could barely eat, and the stress of not knowing, like, and I was getting, because to selling phones, from selling roofs to selling phones, and it's like, this sucks. It was such, I didn't save any of my fucking money. I mean, I was 18, 19 years old. I was fucking stupid, especially as like a sales rep in that world. I didn't save any of it, and just the stress of not being able to, like, to know if you're gonna have a place to live next month. It fucking sucks. It sucks so much. Or if something happens to the truck, you know, I ended up buying that little Honda that I had for $600 because I fucking blew up my rear axle on my truck, and I needed to get the transmission rebuilt. Even though the transmission was still fine, I got it rebuilt anyway. And now, next thing you know, I can't afford to get my truck going, so I had to figure something out. Like, it's just, all of that's gone now, and I don't have to worry about fucking any of that, and it's great. It's literally life-changing, even though, like I said, I'm not like the wealthiest person in the world. Well, I'm doing pretty well with this new company. Like, my year-to-date right now for this month is like, I think 5,000. Well, it started way before that. I mean, a year prior, they cut 10 cents a mile, and on top of, like, running, yeah, that 10 cent a mile pay cut, going from 65 cents to 55 cents, especially with how they were running me, like, totally illegally, no fucking logbook. Well, so there was more to it. It's because my brother was working there at the time, and my brother was the reason I got that job. And when that pay cut happened, I didn't want to rock the boat with his job and risk his employment of some kind by making a scene about that money. Especially since, you know, he's the one who's married and he's got his family to worry about now and all that. So that was my incentive to not do anything about it. Now, had it just been me and just me working there, things probably would have been different, and I wouldn't have stayed that long. Well, I mean, it's just like the person I am. I'm not gonna, I will gladly put by, you know, someone else above myself any day, especially at that time, like when that pay cut happened. Like when it initially happened, I was still living with him, and so I didn't have to worry about rent, and so I wasn't too worried about it. And then I made the fucking stupid ass decision of getting that goddamn apartment, which then really fucked me. I should have never got that apartment, especially since, you know, my brother didn't like really help me out at all with that. The bullshit he pulled on, like, for the furniture, like, I gave him $500 for some couches that they were going to get rid of, and, you know, I told him, I was like, hey, can you come get me, because my pickup truck was in Phoenix, and, you know, we were in Tucson, and so I didn't have a vehicle there, and I was like, hey, can you come pick me up and we'll go get a U-Haul? And he's like, no, you need to Uber to the U-Haul and then pick me up. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, dude. Why should I spend the fucking $30 out there, because it's expensive in Tucson, to go Uber when you're literally down the street, you know? And he wouldn't even fucking do that. And so I didn't even end up going, and it turned into a whole ordeal. And then they kept being weird about like trying to get my mail, because like the laptop that I have, they required a signature at the door, and no matter how many times I tried to get them to waive it, they would not do that. And so I didn't have any other option. I was like, okay, I need to ship this out to you, and that turned into a fucking ordeal. And then everything else happened with my brother and I, and it's like, you know, yeah, I get that I could be problematic sometimes, but when you need me, I'm there. You know, I'll fucking drop head over heels just to fucking make sure you get your things done, and that's not reciprocated, obviously. So, you know, I'm out now. So, you know, that's in the past. I'm out. I don't have to worry about that shit. You know, in a new state, new job, don't even have to fucking interact with them. And what's great about this job is I'm driving less miles and making more money, and I'm keeping it legal. And the way, because I'm a percentage now, the short runs don't kill me anymore. Like this next run, so I've got so I had the beginning of the week, the snowstorms happened beginning of last week. I managed, they end up having me do a second run, so I did one delivery or pickup, one load up in Michigan, bringing down to Indiana, and then I did from Indiana out to Ohio, Virginia, and Maryland back to Indiana. Then from Indiana, I'm going to Iowa, and I've got a whole bunch of deliveries, which I might see if I can, with how many deliveries there are, I might see if I can get a pay raise of like $20 per delivery, $50 per delivery or something, because there's 8 deliveries for this run. And then in this, I had time for a 34, get my hours reset, and I've already got another load lined up back to Indiana, which I don't even have to deliver. I just have to bring it to the yard, and then their local guy, which they have running all the deliveries, and being in Indiana, it's a very centralized location. And so I just bring this trailer, drop it, I'm already on another load. And so that one load that I'm going to pick up after I finish off today, it's paying $1,900. I get 25%. It's going to take me a day. That's $450 just for the day, or $425. It's like, that's fucking great just for one day of work, and I don't even have to fucking deliver. It's really, really solid. I'm getting my savings built back up too. I'm sitting on, I've got about $5,000 in savings again. So I'm halfway back to where I was before the fucking incident. And then, so Billy, next week, next Friday, I'll send you the money for that, that broker's license. So I've got everything set up and saved up now, so next week I'll be able to get it to you. I told you I'm not going to forget about it. I made that promise and I'm going to commit to it, and you know, I think it'll be good for you guys. Yeah. I'm in the same boat as you with that. I need to really take care of it more. I mean, I've lost what, 20 pounds now over the past 6 months, but still, I'm so far away from where I used to be. No. What happened? Yeah. What? That's insane. Like that. I mean, what does that break down to per day? What, like, I mean, $12 a day? That's insane. some like fucking 1800s Pennsylvania coal mine shit with their own, like, what, they're gonna roll out their own currency and you gotta buy at the company store now? What do you mean they have welfare in the company? That's insane. Now, do you have to pay taxes on that welfare? Because it's not actual government welfare. That might be classified as an income. You probably have to pay taxes on that shit. Oh my God. Find a different job. Like she can't keep doing that. Like that. Like you could work at Starbucks especially in California, and make more than that. Like 3 times more than that. That's insane. What did she do? So what does medical assistant mean? What does medical assistant mean? It's not like a nurse or anything. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yep. It depends on where you're at, but yeah, it's $6 to $8. You know what's even crazier? Arizona, fuel in Arizona is like $5 a gallon, about $4 to $5 a gallon. When it's so bullshit because a day away is West Texas, where they have all of those fucking refineries. And California has a whole bunch of refineries where they fucking get it. Bakersfield, a whole bunch of refineries. Refinery in San Francisco, Oakland. You know, like that. There is no excuse for fuel to be that fucking expensive in those states. But due to all their fucking emissions bullshit and their requirements and their taxes, it's that much money. It is so crazy. That's AT. Yeah. No. He's saying you. Talking about Amazon. Well, it's great. Is front just to throw like the way they do from the shit that when my brother was hauling Amazon trailers for Swift, like the shit that the loads he would take. There was one time, especially during COVID, trailer and had 50 TV in it. That's it. And he drove it 2,000 miles. Fucking yeah. It's like, how is this? I'm not fucking joking. And I don't understand how they could be profitable doing that. And with all those horror stories and the scams that you've talked about, as well as the stuff that I heard with my old company about the brokers that they have running these Amazon loads that are just corrupt as fuck, and that they try to get you to haul loads for free and they steal it, and then you got to go through this claims process with Amazon. Like, it baffles me that they make. Well, that's what happened with my old company. They had 4 Amazon trailers, 3 or 4 of them, that they had held hostage in their yard because the broker tried to get them to deliver without, and they wouldn't pay, and so they weren't. And then they had to go through an Amazon process. And they started doing it, and it got to the point where years went by, literal years went by, of having these trailers with product inside, like energy drinks and who knows what fucking else. And on a couple of those trailers, they just filed something like a abandoned vehicle title, and they just took ownership of some of those trailers completely. Yep. They must have somehow shifted all liability to other people while being this like overarching management company that they just like, they don't pay anything for this. Like it's Yep. thing with Amazon is it's got to crash and burn at some point. They cannot keep operating like that. The people who own those trailers, and like, do they even own the warehouses? I had spoken to my brother, I don't know, a month or two ago, and we had talked. He was telling me about this huge issue in the warehousing business, about how, like, driving around the country, all, like, in every city, the amount of warehouses that are being thrown up, and just it's like expanding so fucking fast that there's some issue with the loans that are going into these buildings, and it's like a real estate bubble, very similar to 2008. How the money's not being paid, yet people are getting approved of these loans, and they're just building and building and building to keep the scam going, and sometimes even these warehouses don't even get occupied. I gotta look into it some more, but there's an issue there as well, and I wonder if Amazon's a part of it, because their facilities that they run are fucking massive. It's something to do with the loans themselves that are being put onto. I don't remember exactly the details of this. I gotta look into it again, but it sounds like it's very similar to 2008, where all it takes is like an interest rate climb, and then all of these things go out of business. Or think of it, you ever heard of those cities, that the ghost cities that China built, where their theory of just keeping their economy running is just building and building and building. They don't even need to occupy it. So it's a similar thing with these warehouses. So there's some sort of big bubble here. And I mean, I can't believe that Amazon's willing to pay out even like half the load price, even if the trailer's fucked. Like, that's so crazy that you got these guys cutting brake lines just to say, oh, the trailer's fucked, and then making money without having to do anything. It's amazing. All right, take it really deep. What's up, AT? Yo, AT, you there? Hello? Oh. You're deafened.
Saving Christmas. He was a regional, he was selling cars. It was about good deals on cars.
The Ernst Iceberg.
Yeah, it was the Ernst Iceberg.
The live retailing. The live burger.
The Ernstberg. Oh wow, I have those pretty high. Okay, maybe I'll just stay out of here. What? What's my hammer of destiny here? You saw the biggest problem this week.
I did.
The greatest. I
they call it Carvana.
Oh man, is Rumble not working? Of course Rumble's not working. Is it really not? Dude, I always overestimate Rumble. All these things.
It's on one of those joke pages that just always shows that.
Yeah, it's a joke. Let me see. I mean, it's always like, do I interrupt the show or do I just like we get through this? Mr. System Meter.
Mr. System Meter. He really had some weight in store for us.
Vito?
Vito.
This is the phase of a man who's beating the system right here. This guy right here. He's got it all figured out.
For words.
He's got it all figured out, and then this is the face of a man who realized this is the face of a man who realized that he did not beat the system. Where can I find this? Come on, my friends. Oh, there's me. Oh, I don't have one. God damn it! There it is.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful. What's up, dude? I'm doing all right. Got a whole bunch of deliveries today. 8. I'm in Iowa. Well, it'd definitely be a lot nicer out there. It's fucking cold here. It's alright. Nothing special. Nothing special. Yeah? Did it seem like they were going to go to a good place? Okay. Yep. It's a good deal. Interesting. Well, you know my opinions on ChatGPT. I'm always skeptical. You could ask it. Well, hold on. Ask it. You can always ask it where are you getting this information? Like, ask it what you asked it before about what the best thing to do for your engine, and then ask it where it's getting that information, and you can track out, see if it'll tell you its source, and figure out if it's reputable or not. How you doing, Tay? Well, doing better than Los Angeles, that's for sure. They need some milk. I'm starting to think that they're putting these blue bins out after the fact, just like they did the fucking Syrian gas attacks with the white helmets or whatever, just the whole fucking stage and the whole thing. That's a good conspiracy theory right there. That they want you to think that it's coming from direct energy weapons, so that after, when they get ready to take all these photos, they put blue bins and paint houses that color or whatever. Oh, he rage quit. Oh, it's because yeah. Oh, Jimmy he dishes out talking shit, but he can't take it, so I guess I talk shit too well. Couldn't take it. It's over that stupid bullshit Steam lawsuit that he fucking threw a temper tantrum over. That's what it's over. That's why he fucking left. He's got fucking Gaben's cock so far down his throat, you know, he's not thinking straight. No, he's got his own little private room. So, if he wants to hang out with Horace and all them. Well, he just he's too much like bleat, and I just don't want to be around it. I don't want to listen to him. So, you know what's interesting? I wonder if, this thought just occurred to me. I wonder if the whole thing that Jimmy and I were doing with anti-shield was Jimmy's doing. Because when I brought anti-shield into the room and Greg rage quit, all of a sudden that's when Jimmy is like, whoa, anti-shield's being weird, anti-shield's being weird. Remember this, Ted? Remember this, Ted? Blah, blah, when you do this. And then we go and confront anti-shield over the bullshit. And then after a while, Jimmy just leaves anyway. Yeah, they're in Jimmy's room now. So, whatever. If him and Ajax want to circle jerk about crypto all day long, go ahead. Go the fuck ahead. I'd wager you probably still could die. Not really. That's not true. No, because there comes a point when you start dying when you stop producing more new cells than what you had before. So you start dying when you stop growing. That's when you start shrinking and you start dying. Because up until that point, you were still growing. So you're not really dying since the day you were born. What? Well, we don't breathe pure oxygen. If you sit in a no, like, yes, because our atmosphere is a mixture of gases. Like, you're not just breathing oxygen. Like, most of our atmosphere is nitrogen. And if you go into a room with pure oxygen, I'm pretty sure you'd suffocate, or you wouldn't be able to breathe it. Yeah, so I mean, the only thing, like, you get, like, oxygen is important only because the chemical process that occurs when you're inhaling into your lungs, it separates the oxygen, and you exhale carbon dioxide, and that oxygen is then going into your bloodstream. Like, that's just a regular chemical process. It's not deteriorating your lungs. that's a particular instance. You're not getting that just from breathing regular air. Because we have the stomach for that. I don't know. It's probably an unnecessary trait that, like, you don't need it. I mean, I don't see how that is, like, necessary. One second, I'm going through a scale. What? It's the daytime. Read that sign. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Iowa right now. No, that's Idaho. Here, I got the perfect thing for you, Tay. Go sit in a room with Horace for 10 hours and your stress levels will be 0. In fact, it'll be negative stress. I'm certain of it. I'm certain that will solve all your problems. I don't know, I'm just throwing out ideas. I didn't say they were good ideas. So you're just a vegetable with extra steps then, right? Well, I'm west of Des Moines. I hope I have enough time for Council Bluffs, and then 3 in Sioux City. Fuck, dude. I gotta haul ass because I think they close at 5. It's gonna be a problem if I can't do this. It's already 1:40. Shit. Well. So there's a weird thing to that drag car that I put together. Why not? What are you talking about? What do you mean you don't have a mod? What do you talk? Well, you don't need a mod to make a drag car. What? You can turn any automation car to a drag car. It's about the suspension and the gearing. Yeah, because that drag car that's running a 6.6 right now, which it could probably do a 5, it's a 2. Well, it's the issue is traction. Is like there's. Now I have a the solution I have works because, like I said, that car could probably run 5s, but it's torqued. The torque right off the line is that if I launch it too hard and for whatever reason it won't let me put 2-step on it, so I can't like get the launch exact every single time. It hooks. It won't let me in automation. It will not let me for something. One of the settings I have for whatever reason makes it so I can't use launch control, and I don't know why. Yeah, I know it won't. It doesn't even come up as an option. For steering, no, the steering has no effect of whether you can have launch control or not. No, it doesn't, because I have electric. Why would the steering column have any effect on whether the engine is launch control? Because I'm using electric steering right now on it. And you could barely play City Skylines. What are you talking about? Fucking shit's crazy to run. All right, Tay. I'm pretty sure the reason why I won't be able to have 2-step is because I'm using a mechanical fuel injection. I think that might be the reason, rather than EFI. Now go to electric. Does it get rid of it? Yes, so it's not that. It's not the steering. That, because I have electric, and I'm pretty certain. Go to an engine and switch it to mechanical fuel injection and see if it gets rid of the launch control. So that's it, mechanical fuel injection. That's my problem. Which is a shame because it adds a bunch of cool aesthetics to the engine. When I get to this next delivery, I'll quickly show it to you what it is. For whatever reason, the engine's being really, really weird. And when I load it into Beam and G, it like there's some weird glitch textures, and I know it's the engine specifically. It's like there's two flat plane triangles that are extending, like polygon, you know, triangles that are extending out of the engine that shouldn't be there, and they go really far. It ruins the whole aesthetic of the car. And I don't know why it's doing that, but when I crash the car at BMG and the engine flies out, those weird polygons are stuck to the engine, not the car itself. And so it's something with the engine that I have that's fucking up. And I don't know what it is, but it's a supercharged V16. I'm pretty, might be a V12. So the suspension setup that I have, which it's making this work pretty good. I moved the front axle forward a little bit, and it's already a long wheelbase car, but I shifted the front axle slightly forward, as well as on the rear suspension, the shocks are very, very stiff, but the springs are very, very weak. And so the idea is that when you step on the gas, the car will drop off to the right and allow it to hook, because there's a lot of movement in the body. Because if the springs were too stiff, there would be no movement and it would just cut loose. But there's that, it's allowed to move, but it's almost too much, where when it does hook, it torques the car off to the left. Well, didn't they do that in Hawaii as well? I don't know. When the snowstorm was happening, there was a whole bunch of National Guard that were out in Indiana. Yeah. Out around Batesville area. So what are you doing? Like, just... Okay, well, just... Well, that's if you have traction. Because... so, are you using the drag slicks? Is it rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? Okay. So switch the make it a 40-60 power split and shift the weight to the front. Shit. Well, okay, then let's tune your suspension. What's your rear suspension dampers at? Put it to 320, 3200, or whatever. And what's your rear shocks at? Yeah, spring, sorry. 123, make it 75. Now, on your front, have your front shocks, actually, scratch that. Set it to the race preset for the whole thing. Okay, what are the rear dampers? Okay, bring that to 300. What are the rear springs at? 235. Bring that to 100. What are the front dampers at? 526. Bring that to leave that at 5. Bring that to 500. And bring the rears to 500 as well. Yeah. And then what are the front springs at? 504. The springs? Lower that to 300. Okay, now export. What? The graph? Yeah. Now export that into BeamNG and try it on the drag strip. That's fine. You're making a drag car, right? Who gives a shit about steering? You don't need to worry about understeer. Okay. I'll tell you exactly what gearing to do. You're gonna call me crazy, but okay, no. Sequential. Trust me. Sequential. Okay, dual clutch 2-speed. Yeah, 2-speed. Change the final drive ratio to 210. The final drive to 210, and then TCH 400. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so so the TCH 400 with, so okay, make the final drive 248, 2.48. Oh wait. Okay, do it an advanced automatic then. It's fine. It's not, the shift time's not gonna kill you on this. It's not gonna make the What's the gear ratio? So the first gear is going to be 2.48. Second gear 1.48. No, sorry, 210 and then 1.4. 210 and then 1.4. The two-speed. Two-speed. The final drive, I think, it is 240. I think the final drive was going to be 240. No, you want a two-speed. Is it broken? Okay, well, export it to BeamNG and prove it that it'll actually blow up. Yeah, gearbox not gonna fit. It shouldn't. And the top speed should be about 275. You might be able to change that final drive gear ratio and make it. What is this rev to? What is the engine rev to? Okay, perfect. That's fine. That's perfect. 2.4, I'm pretty sure. First gear 210, second gear 1.4. So, do you know what this is modeled? Okay, what I just told you is modeled off a real transmission. And that's what I'm using in that drag car that I'm running a 6.6 in right now. It's a Powerglide TCH 400. Technically they're automatics, but you could do either one, sequential automatic. I just use sequential just so it can, I can choose when to shift better. Ugh, fuck me. Road. Oh my god. Where the fuck is this road, dude? Holy shit. Yeah. It's fucking like a horse. Jim Hawk truck trailers. Jim's Hawk. That's an exit only. Shit. Fuck. I can't read. Alright, I gotta make this fucking quick. I gotta get out of here. Like 30 minutes ago. Alright. Alright, Jim. Where's Jim? I need to speak to Jim. Jim, are you there? No, I'm looking for Jim Hawk. Jim Cock. Ooh, that's a shame. That's a nice trailer too, and it's missing a whole fucking axle, and it's got some shit all on the side. That's a tragedy. Alright. Excuse me, I shall return in a moment. You don't see there? Holy fuck, dude. These goddamn geriatrics sure taking their fucking time. Right now it's like 6:06. Okay. Still beating me for now. Alright. Yeah, I sat there waiting in line for this fucking ancient human being to sit there discussing with another ancient human being about how to ring up some fucking fuel additives on the counter. What's your address, Sonny? It's like, I'm a little too old to be your Sonny. And then I finally get up to the fucking counter. Just went, well, you're at the wrong side of the building. You gotta go to the other side. I was like, God fucking damn it. Yeah, I gotta go to the other side? Okay. Alright, fucking hell. Right back again. fuck, dude. I'm not gonna be there till like 4:30, bro. And I've got 1, 2, 3 deliveries, including this one, that I'm gonna have to do within fucking 30 minutes. And if these fucking guys take any much longer than they did here, oh man, that's gonna be a problem. Because a lot of these places close at fucking 5. Alright. Fuck. Shit. I smell like a candle. Why do I smell a candle? What the fuck? Why does it smell like a... Dude, it smells like a fucking vanilla candle right now. I'm freaking out. Am I having a stroke? That's a nice Peterbilt. Gosh, a huge bitch with that fucking Escalade. Oh my god. 75-mile-an-hour truck would be real nice right now. But I suspect that 5 mile an hour is going to make all the difference. Oh, I do know it. Speed limit 55? What the fuck? Is this California? Did you export that car to Beam? So it was hooking good then, right? So there's something to that, like that suspension. What do you mean the edge blew up? Well, that sounds like you designed. Oh, dude, no, that's because you were running anything other than unleaded or methanol, remember, or ethanol, because of the bug. I mean, the car that I'm running a 6.6 in is a rear-wheel drive with E100, push it about, I think, 2,500 horsepower. Yeah, and I'm running 6.6s, and if I can get it to grip better on and not torque the whole thing off to the fucking end, it'll fucking beat your car. So what does that say? How much horsepower is yours making? So that 1,000 horsepower extra just bought you 2 seconds. All right. Still. I don't think you will. Where the fuck did that car come from? What the fuck? What? That Subaru came the fuck out of nowhere. Excuse me. Stop using my turn signal as much? What are you fucking talking about? What'd they put in that fucking weed? Are you sure you baked the right cookies? Yeah, I'm sure they were. Of what? Oh my god. 2 tablespoons of what? What the fuck is cookie? Cookie batter? Cookie dough? Somebody call it cookie batter. Because batter, you imagine, has like it's much less viscous than cookie dough. Dough is more solid. Batter is like something you can spread or like pour into something. I'm glad you enjoyed your cookies. It's a shame that they're all bioengineered. I thought you didn't. You don't think those ingredients weren't bioengineered? Of course they were. Wait, what did it say organic on the bottle? Is that what it said, organic? Do you realize that's just a marketing scheme? That organic term? Uh-huh. Yeah. What were your ingredients? Tell me your ingredients of your bioengineered cookies. Where'd you get the flour? What kind of flour? That's bioengineered. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Probably Monsanto. Do you know where flour comes from? Okay, you fucker. Do you know what flour is? Yeah, flour is like ground up wheat, isn't it? Yeah, and what do you think the wheat plant is? It's bioengineered. Organically engineered by bios. Bio, by bio. Yes. Not anytime soon, but eventually maybe. Oh no, that's good. Why do you think we bioengineer stuff? It's because it's good for you. Alright? I snort a tablespoon of corn syrup before I go to bed every night, alright? Because it's good for me. Well, you can't really snort steak. It doesn't really, you can't really powderize it. But I don't feel like that's good to go into your lungs. See, sugar could get into your bloodstream pretty quick, but steak, I don't really. You gotta like dissolve steak in your enzymes and be able to. Well, his tiny hands are probably inefficient in handling a mortar and pestle. All right, let's be honest here. I mean, it's just I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic, okay? No, I only do down pipes. I don't do up pipes. Why do you need an exhaust? Why do you need half this shit, bro? Your truck. You're gonna do so much to this truck, thinking that you're gonna make it more reliable, and you're gonna ruin it. That's what's gonna happen here. You will. Just mark my fucking words. I'm not gonna tell you how, because you just don't get it. If you understood that you don't need to do a fucking thing, then you don't need to do a thing to your truck. Your truck is fine. All right, let's put it in fucking 10-degree weather for 2 weeks straight in the fucking snow and ice and see if your shit works. The back end of your frame is probably gonna fall off. Yeah. Yeah. I'd bet you $100 that your 4-wheel drive won't work if you sit it in that 10-degree weather for 2 weeks in the snow. Yeah, that's where mine was sitting in the fucking snow. My truck was